All right, let's move on to the next fight on the card. We got JJ Aldrich taking on Vanessa Demopoulos. Aldrich is a minus 360 favorite, with Demopoulos coming back at plus 290. Fight goes to decision, a massive minus 320. Okay, so Big Marley, how do you see this going down? What is a path to victory for Demopoulos here? Is there one?
I think it would be a submission. Yeah, she really doesn't look UFC ready to me. She's taking this fight on short notice, stepping up a weight class, and I just think JJ's better everywhere. And I'm not high on JJ at all. I picked against JJ in almost all of her fights, but I think she has a pretty decent advantage anywhere here. So I actually think she's one of the safest plays on the card because she should win the striking, she should win the grappling, better wrestler. It's really like an armbar from guard type thing, what that would be worried about, whereas there are worries with the other 9K fighters. It's just they all have higher ceilings than Aldrich. Aldrich needs a finish here to really score well, unless she's going to mop the floor with Demopoulos, which I just don't see. I think she'll mainly keep this on the feet, be the better striker, and if it's a decision, she probably scores in the 70s or something, and that's not going to cut it. But I just think she is going to win this fight, so I think she's fine for cash games if you want a safer play. It's just mostly going to be a pass for me, and I'm really not interested in Demopoulos. Like, nothing about her made me think she's ready for the UFC.
I'd actually rather use Demopoulos in cash games if I needed a cash punt. I think this fight is going to the distance, as you said. There's nothing about JJ Aldrich's game that says she's going to dominate anybody or knock anybody out. I don't think she's ever won by knockout or had an inside the distance finish in her career. Let me take a look. Split decision, split loss, decision. Here you go. So you got to go back to the 6-8. When you're talking about Kathina Lowe, 6-8, or Rosa Acevedo, Invicta, these were extreme low level opponents, like the lowest of low. So she hasn't shown that she has any sort of finishing power. I don't see any way, or I'm not going to say any way. I don't see it as any sort of likely outcome that she scores enough to pay off 9,100. For me, JJ Aldrich is a complete fade. I'm just not interested. She won't throw enough strikes. I mean, let's look at her scoring in the UFC so far. I mean, it's gross. 81 is her best effort. You've got wins at 69, 63, and 59, and 69 points. Disgusting. This is fadeable for me outside of the craziest GPP. Ownership prediction for her, Big Marley.
I had her like around 15% probably.
Yeah.
So that's the reason to play her if you want to be different than everyone else going with the other 9K spots.
Exclusively that. It's exclusively a GPP, contrarian, some weird shit happened play. So there you have it. Yes, I agree with you, Aldrich, to get that win, but not a DFS play for me at all.